Hey, this is Josh, and welcome to another CollectionDX review. Today we're talking about the Super7 / Funko Alien ReAction figures. These are based off of lost prototypes from 1979, a planned Aliens action figure line that never materialized. They have now made them as if they would have been sold in 1979 alongside Star Wars figures, etc. They're made in that same vintage style that the original Kenner Star Wars figures are. Same material, same scale. It's a really nice tribute to the original line. Each figure has its own unique card front, but they all have the same card back. So we'll go through each figure individually, but I wanted to show you the whole run of them right there. So yeah, the card back, once again, still continues to have a distinctly vintage feel. Yeah, I love the orange background going on there. Collect All 5 has each figure with their accessories listed. And then it tells you a little bit about the alien itself. The alien is the removable dome. His evil brains glow in the dark. And at the bottom there's a little, there's the social media, so you know that it's not, yeah, it is actually new. This little line says, "A note to parents, Alien is rated R." So in the odd event that, they're not getting it, that this is not an appropriate toy for their kid, buy the big age 17 plus on the front, and also the adult collectible, not a toy, on the front. You have this as well. So I'm having a little bit of a conundrum with these, is that they look so damn good on the card. I sort of don't want to take them off the card. I would love to just hang them on my wall like this and be done with it, but in the interest of science, aka me reviewing stuff, I'm gonna decard them, and I'm gonna try to do so in a way that I can put them back on in some capacity. So we'll see how that works. So as you can see, the line looks great. They look great together. They have that awesome vintage feel. They look like they should be right alongside your Star Wars toys, and even in the Darth Vader carrying case, they should fit right in with all your other figures. So we're going to go through each one a little bit here and just go over some of the cool points of each figure, and we'll make it quick so you guys can run out and go buy these, because they're awesome. So for the purposes of this review, I'm using these little black stands. They don't come with the figure, so don't be confused. Right, so here we have Dallas. Rocking an awesome 70s beard. The sculpting's awesome. He's got a nice little Nostromo text on the back of his jacket, like his pilot's jacket there. He's got a standard 5 points of articulation. Everything is nice and tight. Moves just fine. Because you always wanted to do that with your figures, to the Rockettes. You even get the whole hexagonal hole pegs in the bottom, and they're the same size as the vintage Star Wars. You know how the new Star Wars and the old Star Wars, they still have holes, but they're different sizes. The new ones are much smaller. These are in line with the old size, which is very nice. This weapon here is described as a flamethrower. So I can see that. It's got a couple of canisters there. It's not a very exciting action figure for a kid. If you would have gotten this as a kid, you would have liked it because it was that character from the movie, but it doesn't do a lot, and it's not very dynamic looking. But once again, that's okay, because that's in the spirit of how it would have been back then, and that's the whole point of this line. And here we have Ash. Each figure in the line is molded in kind of a base color, and then the rest of the stuff is painted on. In this case, Ash's base color is blue, and the rest of the details are painted on. Now, the issue with that is, because this just sits in a card with no plastic tray, you can see that the elbows have little paint rubs on them. And so does the back. But once again, they're meant to be like cheap kids' toys, replicas of cheap kids' toys, and you would have seen that in any one of your average Kenner Star Wars action figures. So it's forgivable in this case. Once again, not a very exciting figure, very tight, very good-looking figure. He comes with a motion detector, I believe is his weapon. Something else I noticed too after doing this review is that all the other characters have their pictures on their cards, but Ash has a picture of an alien on his card for some reason. Is it a mistake, or could they not secure the licensing to the actor's likeness? Who knows? Here we have Kane in his Nostromo spacesuit. You know, I had the prototype, well, not prototype, what's it called? The Lost Salesman sample, the SDCC exclusive versions, and because those that weren't colored, so I didn't really get the gist of how much this looks like a kind of a samurai armor with the plated breastplate and shoulder plates. It's like a samurai armor meets a steampunk diving suit, and there's really a great level of detail in here. You know, to the wrist communicator, to the doohickeys on the back. It's just such a really, really nice design on this figure. Really like it. The head is the helmet's removable, and unlike the SDCC sample, it does not fall off easily. So this is a really nicely done figure. Very thick and heavy. Everything moves great. No complaints about no complaints about the whole line. And as a rule, I'm super excited about it. So really, really great figure. Nicely done. And here we have Ripley, the heroine of the story, if you could call it that, played by Sigourney Weaver. This is a kind of a brutish looking action figure. The sculpt is really, the face is not there, but once again, it's good for 1979 action figure likeness. You know, you look at Luke in his X-Wing outfit and he looks like a play school figure. So keep it along those lines. Great. She's a little, she's got little hips going on there, little wide hips. I like it that it's not a overly feminized or sexualized version of the character, which, you know, Kenner did not do back in the day. You know, you look at your Hoth Leias and things like that. That wasn't until the later days of Kenner, until they, you know, made everybody roided out and really kind of nasty looking. But overall, it's just a, you know, for someone who is the main character, it's kind of a plain figure. Maybe it would have been cool if they made it like a little more, I don't want to say battle damaged, but, you know, like she's later in the film, it's just a little more aggressive. But it's a really, still, the paint and everything is really nicely done. The detail on the hair is really phenomenal. If you can see that or not. But really nicely done. And not really out of place in a simply designed figure. Very cool. She also comes with the flamethrower, the same one that comes with Dallas. Comes with Dallas, yeah. And here we have the alien himself, or herself, whatever you want to call it. This is the xenomorph, the creature that antagonizes the crew of the Nostromo. And as you can see, it's got a very iconic design that we all know and love, and it's captured here really brilliantly, I think. It looks really great. It translates well to this action figure format. And it's really just nice and simple and true to its appearance on screen, I think. So we have, you know, movable arms with the hands with the double thumbs going on there, which is nice. We have movable legs. Tail does rotate, and you can unroll it if you wanted to, but it's not with a wire or anything. The head also moves a bit. There is a couple of gimmicks here, one of which is that let me get a little closer here and you guys can see what's going on. The skull cap here is removable, and slide the lever forward and the inner mouth of the alien comes out. Looks like a tongue, but it really is a mouth. It's a really cool feature. The clear dome is pretty secure, and it's a little cloudy compared to the prototype, which was just straight clear, but it works better cloudy. The second gimmick is that there's glow-in-the-dark paint in the head. So we're going to try to make this so you can see it. I don't know how well it's going to go. Hold on a second. Alright, let's see if we can see this glow in the dark action. You can kind of see it. It's hard. I mean, how do you capture glow in the dark on video? But there it is. Maybe I'll pump up the contrast in the video a bit. It does glow ever so slightly. It's not strong. So retail on these figures seems to be about $15 each, and they will be available, I believe, late December 2013. And at $15 a pop, you cannot go wrong. I think that these are marvelous, amazing, wonderful, retro, nostalgic action figures. The kind of figures that I have been wanting since I was disappointed in the resurgence of the Kenner line back in the 90s when they came out all buff and huge. I didn't like those proportions. This is the proportions that I like because this is what I'm used to as a kid. And the fact that they're going forward with other nostalgic properties in this style really makes me happy. So one day I can have a fight between Alien and Star Wars, and, I don't know, Blade Runner and Big Trouble in Little China and Goonies or whatever, and who knows what they're going to come up with. But like, it just opens up a world of possibilities. So I hope that they can continue this line into the second Aliens movie. How great would it be to have Hicks and everything and all the Colonial Marines done like this? That would be amazing. Are you listening, Funko? Are you listening, Super7? Make it happen. So this is Josh from CollectionDX.com. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, forward, share, friend, plus, whatever the heck that you want to do. It really means a lot to us. We appreciate your feedback, and we'll talk to you next time.